And happy World Card Making Day. This is Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I wanted to share some card making videos with you. Some may be recorded, some may be live, hoping that I don't have my sound issues, so I'm going to do a little bit of both. But first off, we're going to be making a simple 4x4 card using the beautiful Rooted in Nature stamp set and the coordinating Nature's Poem Designer Series paper from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. So let's just go over our pieces here. We have some soft suede cut at 4x8 and scored at 4 inches. And so we're just going to fold that in half and make it a square card. All right, then I have some designer paper that are cut in different sized squares. The first one is this soft suede print cut at 3 3/4 inches square. So I'm going to go ahead and use some snail and attach that to the front of my card base. All right, and then next I have a piece of this leafy print, beautiful mint macaron and Cajun craze leaves, and this is cut at, let me double check, yes, 2 3/4 inches square. And so I'm going to attach that over here in the center but toward the left side of the card front. So I'm using some snail and just going to attach that right here and just eyeballing from top and bottom. Okay, next I have that same print but using the reverse side in this beautiful Cajun craze texture looking print, and I'm going to this is 2x2, and I'm going to attach it in the center of this square but move it over to the right just to give some interest in layering a little bit different than just a really a standard card. Instead of layering just straight up, let's offset them some. Okay, now I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's cut at 3 1/2 inches long by 1 1/4, and I had measured this "You Are Wonderful" stamp to see how long I needed to cut it, so I gave myself just enough room, and I'm going to take that stamp that's already mounted on the clear block and some Tranquil Tide ink, and we're just going to ink this up easily and put that on my grid paper and just line it up. And I'm going to stamp a little more to the right than to the left. That's going to leave room for some twine, the Nature's twine that I'm going to tie around that. Now, to give it a little more interest, we're going to use some Cajun Craze ink and this leafy stamp right here, this triple leaf stamp from the stamp set. And let me get a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to ink up in Cajun Craze, stamp off, and then stamp 3 times just randomly. So there's 1, go this way a little bit, and then come again, and I'm going to come from the top to the bottom, make it a little going a different direction. Okay, now let's take some of this twine and we're just going to wrap it around, leave a little bit so that you could tie a knot, and I'm going to go around 1, 2, 3 times, and let's give it a cut, and then we're just going to tie a knot. And then what I did is, after I tied the knot, I gave it the ends of the twine, I'm going to trim that off, as you're going to see, and then I tried to separate the fibers to give it a fun look and not just these straight ends. And you can clip them shorter if you'd like. Let me just move this. You can see I'm just pulling those fibers apart and untwisting. Okay, and I'm thinking that I would have wanted to cut this a little shorter, and I can always give it a haircut after I'm done, but let's just go with it like it is. I can even trim it after I get it on the card. Okay, there we go. That's okay. All right, so let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals to pop it up over the front of our card base. And we're going to use the regular size dimensionals and apply 4 of them to the back here. 2 on each side. And then I'll remove the paper. And we'll have the front of the card done. And then I decided I needed some thank you cards, so I decided to go ahead and finish the inside of my card, and I'm going to show you that on my video here. Okay, I'm just going to center this just like that, but before I put it on, I've almost forgotten. This was hindsight. I sponged this after I created the card, after I had put the twine on initially, and I decided it needed a little bit more to make it stand out from that designer paper. So I'm just going around and sponging with my Cajun Craze ink. There we go. And now let's go ahead and put that over top, just right there in the center. Then I'm going to use one of this Mint Macaron faceted dots right here. And now let's look at what we're going to do for the inside. Okay, I have the 2 sentiments that are from the stamp set. It says, "To thank you for all you do, and words are never enough." So I combined those together. I cut a 3 by 3 3/4 inch piece of Whisper White, and I put a piece of my grid sheet here. Now, we do sell the grid sheets that fit perfectly into your Stamparatus now, and so those are going to be great. I can't wait to get some. But for now, I just cut a piece of scrap from my large size grid sheet, and I'm going to put this in the corner. And you can see first, I applied the 2 sentiment stamps there and then tested it to check for spacing and the line up there, the straight edge, so that it wouldn't be slanted up or down too much. Okay, so I'm going to take my Tranquil Tide ink pad and just dab that on there. Okay, and there's the sentiment. Then I'm going to take this Cajun Craze stamped leaf already that I already inked up, and it still has some ink on it, and just stamp over top there, and maybe even come on this side. And there you can see we have a pretty inside of our card with a sweet sentiment. So let's go ahead and put it on the inside, and you can write a little note before you give it to the receiver, the recipient, I should say. I'm just going to center it here. And there's a really pretty fall themed thank you card for our first card for World Card Making Day. Okay, I hope to be back later and share another card video with you. Stay tuned. Be sure to like and share this video with your friends for a chance to win a little prize. Be sure you put share down below the video, and so that I know that you've shared it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.